Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? There's some very disturbing news, of course, again, as we have another shooting situation, this time in New Mexico. It's not a school shooting, but it is in a park. And here's the thing, there's been no arrest. So I have a bad feeling here that we're dealing with more gang violence. But also I have more reports coming out of the Middle East. I want to share with you some breaking news there, as well in the war between Russia and Ukraine. Let me first put a shout out, if I could, for Noble Gold. Of course, you just go to www.pastorpaulgold.com. That's pastorpaulgold.com. Gold has surged. It has really surged in price, 46% in less than a year, doubling the gains that the NASDAQ or the S&P 500 have done. But this isn't just another rally. Global reserves are shifting, exposing the cracks in the monetary system. And listen to this. Investors are losing confidence in paper gold. They're demanding the physical metal. In other words, it's creating a massive gap between gold that has been bought and owned and gold that is available, okay? But this isn't about how institutions have broken down. It's about how you can profit off of the situation. Right now, Noble Gold Investment has a limited supply, but they do have gold bars and gold coins that you could purchase and get shipped to your home ASAP. The banks are scrambling. They are scrambling to fulfill their obligations, but Noble Gold can fill theirs. This is huge opportunity. Guys, smart investors are already moving into the physical gold. And over at www.pastorpaulgold.com, that's www.pastorpaulgold.com, you can find out how you can capitalize on this. Pick up the phone and call them at 877-646-5347. And if you qualify with an investment, you can get a free 1/10 of an ounce gold coin. They'll give it to you. That's for a blessing. That's at pastorpaulgold.com. Tell them that Pastor Paul sent you there. Guys, here's what's going on in the shooting situation first. It happened late last night, and with very disturbing information. And for some reason, something's happening on my computer. It keeps taking things away from me. Give me 1 second. This is why I normally just print stuff. And for whatever reason, it's doing this. Anyway, here's the situation. According to reports, there's 3 people dead, 14 are injured in a mass shooting in a park in New Mexico. And there's been no arrests made so far. It took place in Las Cruz, New Mexico. The Las Cruz Police Department said the shooting happened last night around 10 p.m. at the Young Park, over 200 miles south of Albuquerque. 3 victims, a 16-year-old boy and 2 19-year-old men, were found dead. The injured ranged in ages from 16 to 36. And the police department has not shared any details about what actually happened there. But multiple shots rang out. And there is video that's been shared on social media, but no one's been arrested yet. There is multiple leads. The police are following up on it this morning. We don't know if it's gang violence or if we're dealing with a drug cartel border violence. This is another problem we're having now in the United States, is the drug cartels are now branching past the border out into the communities, especially like in New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, and Southern California. And as they begin to try to utilize the opportunity to push and use the violence, and of course we know there's human trafficking, drug trafficking, sex trafficking, the fentanyl. You've got a lot of stuff going on here. And you knew at some point that the cartels were going to get desperate. When they can't get people across the border anymore, when things are so difficult, they're going to look for other ways, and they're going to use violence to do it. So we really need to be praying about this, guys. This is a major concern of what's starting to happen in the United States. Guys, it's not too late. Oh, no. Get your tickets all day today. pick up the phone and call. The phone number is 765-414-2230. And that's 765-414-2230. You can order your tickets right now by phone, or you can go right to the website and order it right now. Just go to paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's paulbegleyprophecy.com and get your tickets right now. People, yesterday, it was an incredible rush and people getting their tickets. And we're getting feedback already that folks are blown away. The content is blowing them away. I told you it would. I told you. And yeah, and the candid dialogue that we got from Laura Eisenhower, from Agent X, from Mike from around the world, the 15 people who were either had alien encounters, whether it was UFO or an alien encounter or an abduction or strange creatures. I mean, and the videotape and some of the pictures that they had, and Bart Begley's documentary explaining everything going on. Guys, is there any, let me just ask the people that are in the chat room right now. There's about 350 people here right now. So anybody in there right now that has got their ticket yesterday and has watched some of the webinar, let's see if we can get some feedback here real fast, just off the cuff, and find out. But I'm telling you right now, it's been incredible information. We've gotten emails we've received. People are just absolutely freaking out. This webinar is unbelievable in its content, and it's left people stunned. And I can't. I told you it would. I mean, these accounts are just incredible, folks. Literally incredible. And I know we just released it at 6:00 last night, so it's only 1:00 in the afternoon on Saturday. I know a lot of folks haven't gotten all the way through it. There's one. Thank you for the webinar. And so it's just incredible. Hannah says, I'm only halfway through. All right, Hannah. I know I'm asking way too soon. There's no way people, I mean, there is people who binge watched last night. There are people who binge watched all night watching this webinar. That's how intense and how powerful it is. But as I would expected, they probably watched some of it last night, and then they're going to watch a lot more today. And so and the feedback we're getting already is blown away. And I just knew that would happen to you. God bless you. Let me give you some more news right now as we're waiting for other comments. But Israel has launched airstrikes in Lebanon against Hezbollah after the first rocket attack since the ceasefire began. Israel has carried out the most intense airstrikes in Lebanon in nearly 4 months after several rockets were fired from Lebanon into Israel for the first time last night since the ceasefire came into effect back in November. The Israeli military said it had hit dozens of rocket launchers and a command center belonging to Hezbollah, the Iranian-backed militia and political group in southern Lebanon. Lebanon's health ministry said 2 people, including a child, were killed and 8 were injured in the strikes. Several armed groups operating in Lebanon, including Hezbollah and Palestinian factions, and but still no one has claimed responsibility. But you got to know it's Hezbollah. You just know it is. Hezbollah, which is the most powerful of all the groups, said it had no involvement. It remains committed to the ceasefire. That's what Hezbollah is saying. But I'd like to know who in the world else could have fired off these rockets. It's sophisticated. You got to know what you're doing, okay? It's crazy. It's just crazy what's going on. But today, on the Sabbath, there's been attacks that have come days after Israel reinforced its offensive against Hamas, which in Gaza. Also, the Houthis have fired rockets last night into Israel. The Houthis did. And they fired 2 rockets that were intercepted by the IDF forces of the Iron Dome. Hezbollah is the main arm, though, of Lebanon. But it's saying, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. You know what it is? Israel's already killed all the top leadership of Hezbollah. And whoever's taking over Hezbollah right now doesn't even want to let anybody know who they are. They're laying very low, and they're saying, like, we didn't do it, we didn't do it, we didn't do it. So Israel says, well, we'll just blow up wherever it came from. We'll just destroy those areas, and then we'll wait and see. Meanwhile, Israel is also dealing with Yemen, but the United States is going to deal with them. Pete Hegseth has just announced he's beefing up the warship presence in the Middle East and will have 2 aircraft carriers in the region. So Pete Hegseth has decided to beef up his warship presence in the Middle East, and there will now be 2 aircraft carriers in the region instead of 1. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, in a very rare move, is beefing up the Navy's warship presence in the Middle East, ordering 2 aircraft carriers to be there within the next month. U.S. increases its strikes on Yemen based on the Houthi rebels firing rockets at Israel last night. And so it will be the second time in 6 months that the United States is going to keep 2 carrier strike groups in the region. With generally, they only keep 1. Prior to that, it had been years since the United States had committed that much warship power to the Middle East. According to the officials, Hegseth signed the orders on Thursday to keep the USS Harry S. Truman in the Middle East for at least an additional month, and the officials spoke on the condition of anonymity, said that there will be ongoing military operations. The ship has been conducting operations in the Red Sea against the Houthis and was scheduled to begin heading home to Norfolk, Virginia at the end of March. Hegseth has ordered the USS Carl Vinson, which has been operating in the Pacific, to begin streaming toward the Middle East, which will extend its scheduled deployment by 3 months. So the USS Carl Vinson thought they were coming back home. They've been in the Pacific, keeping an eye on China, and but now they've been reassigned to the Middle East, and their deployment has been extended an additional 3 months. The Carl Vinson is expected to arrive in the region, Middle East, early next month. It has been conducting exercises with the Japanese and the South Korean forces near the Yellow Sea and the Sea of Japan, keeping an eye, of course, on China and North Korea. That was slated to go back home to San Diego in 3 weeks, but now it has been redeployed, extended deployment for 3 more months to head to the Middle East. The presence of so much U.S. naval power in the region not only gives commanders additional ships to patrol and launch strikes, but it also serves as a clear message of deterrence to Iran, to the Houthis' main benefactor. The Houthis have been waging persistent attacks against commercial and military ships in the region. The Houthi rebels attacked more than 100 merchant vessels with missiles and drones, sinking 2 vessels and killing 4 sailors from November of 2023 until January. Their leadership described the attacks as aiming to end the Israeli war against Hamas. So we have United States is beefing up more aircraft carriers. The USS Carl Vinson, along with the USS Harry S. Truman, will be in the Middle East. This means they're there to protect Israel from attacks from the Houthis out of Yemen, to keep an eye on Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, and to help Israel, keep Israel's back, to protect Israel from any ballistic missile attacks or intercontinental ballistic missile attacks from Iran, to make sure that Iran knows you're not going to do that, or we will take care of you. And Israel can take care, the United States can take care of Iran, or can do a lot of damage from these warships. They don't even have to send troops. They just use the warships and fire the rockets, okay, and the drones and the aircraft carriers and all the other weapons they have. So this is a very significant time, a dangerous time. And it also says to me, let me just tell you, when you see the second warship going there from the United States, it means Israel plans on finishing off Hamas. The ground invasion is going to continue. More troops are going to be sent in. They're going to use tanks, armored vehicles. They're going to use Israeli airstrikes. There's going to be an offensive to try to finish off Hamas and to somehow extract those hostages from Gaza. This is what it means. And because Israel's going to make that move, United States is going to be parked out there in the waters, watching their back and protecting them with aerial protection as well as everything else. And so we're going to continue to keep a close eye on all of this. It's a very, very dangerous time we're in. There's no question about it. Guys, you can get your tickets all day today. You can pick up the phone and call right now if you want to order your ticket over the phone, and we'll give you your link instantly. You can go right now to the website and order your ticket right now at paulbegleyprophecy.com. You will get a receipt in your email. On the receipt is the link. It makes it real easy for you. But if for some reason you can't find it, or you're having it went into spam or something went wrong, whatever, it could happen. It's about 2%, but it could happen. If it does, no problems. Pick up the phone and call. Just feel free to pick up the phone and call us. We will help you get that link and get you watching this webinar ASAP. Okay? It's all day long. Tickets are on sale for the Alien Encounter. All day long. Do it now. Do it right now. Don't miss it, guys. Don't miss it today. Because this is incredible. It's just an incredible webinar. We have seen unbelievable information now being revealed, and it's eye-opening. It's incredibly. So get your tickets and be ready for that. Again, I want you to keep praying for the people in New Mexico. This is a shooting situation that nobody's been arrested. 3 people are dead, 14 people are wounded, and they're still trying to hunt down the shooters. This is a very dangerous situation happening in New Mexico today. Is it gang-related? They're not sure. They're more concerned that it may be drug cartel-related. And you might say, well, doesn't the gangs also work with the drug cartels? Yes and no. Yes and no. Not always. Okay? It may be it could be gang activity because of turf wars over drug positions. It could be just deranged individuals that just want to go around and shoot a bunch of people, but generally that's not the case. In this case, it's usually either gang activity because of turf wars, or this is what they're saying now, and apparently there must be a lead on this: drug cartel activity. And they're trying to enforce their will now on the U.S. public over the border in America. This is what they mean by domestic terrorism. It's not domestic terrorism. It's terrorists that are in America who have gotten here primarily illegally. So it's crazy. How much is the webinar? It's $49.99. Thanks for asking, Anna. It's $49.99. And you can get it at our website. It is amazing. It is amazing. It is amazing. L.A. Marzulli is amazing in this. Everyone's talking about Agent X and what he revealed in those underground labs and other stuff. Oh, man, secret things. And also, Mike from around the world dropped bomb after bomb after bomb on us. It was incredible. The webinar was one of the best, Pastor. Jersey Dolphins, there's a comment. The webinar was one of your best. Thank you. Thank you, Jersey. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you're getting the information from it. And, of course, Laura Eisenhower, she just destroys the deep state because she knows exactly what's going on. And she understands how the black budgeting, the black budget space program, what they call the Mars, black budget Mars program, the recruiting the people for that, the handlers they sent out. She tells you all this stuff and how that the threats against the Eisenhowers and against the Kennedys and against the Trumps, those 3 families have really been hated by the deep state. You guys need to, and of course, Bart Begley does a great documentary. And then listen, my son, Paul Begley, and I, we interviewed 15 firsthand account audience, firsthand account, people who had UFOs, seen UFOs, people who said they were abducted by UFOs, people who had alien encounters, people who've seen strange crafts, people who one got a picture of this strange, weirdest looking flying machine I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what that is. Certainly a UFO or a UAP. Don't know what it is. Don't know where it came from. Or is it a military thing? Or is it something else? I don't know. And then, of course, you got the guy with the strange creature that he captured on tape there in Maine. Just crazy, and some unbelievable information these people share. And you can tell they're very honest, and these are truthful. I mean, they're telling you, and you can it affected them. Okay, you will be affected if you and then of course the ant people. Rex said he saw ant people. Rex Bear tells you about how the encounter he had with an alien being, and at a young age. And then he talks about ant people. It's incredible. You just got to, and all the picture, he goes and shows you on the pictographs and on the clips and in the caves. He's got pictures and shows you from different civilizations, from different parts of the world, all drawing the same type of alien pictures on the wall. Why? Why would you? Why would people from different continents, from different civilizations and different time periods draw the same looking weird UFO? Guys, go right now. Go to my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's paulbegleyprophecy.com. Get your ticket right now. You haven't missed a thing. Get your tickets. They're on sale all day long today. All day long. Get it. Go there right now. Go to paulbegleyprophecy.com. paulbegleyprophecy.com. Get your tickets today and start watching it this afternoon. Do it right now. You'll be watching it in 10 minutes. Or pick up the phone and call 765-414-2230. That's 765-414-2230. And wow, are you serious? I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. A little love for Off Point, for South Bay Mike out there in South Bay, San Diego. A little love for him, and a lot of love for all of you. All right. God bless you guys. And oh yeah, the if you're wanting to know how the NCAA tournament's going, Florida, who's number 1 in the country, is still alive, and so is Purdue and Heidi, and we're pulling for them. So is Tennessee, still alive. And so is Kentucky Wildcats. They're still alive. And Duke may be the team to beat. But don't tell Auburn, because they have a great team, and Alabama can't stand it. But they have a great team also. And then, of course, there's St. John's. Everybody's talking about them. But Houston, you don't have a problem. You have an incredible college basketball team. We'll see how the NCAA tournament goes. Everybody's cheering for their favorite school. And I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. We're living in the last days.